right? During her decade-and-a-half tenure as a chief prosecutor, Kamala Harris failed to prosecute one single case of priest abuse, and her office hid vital records on abuses that had occurred despite the protests of victims' groups. So her predecessor, San Francisco DA, was aware of and prosecuted numerous Catholic priests on sexual misconduct against children charges, and he'd been building case files for even more prosecutions, but Kamala Harris refused to prosecute a single one because the church had ties in with Willie Brown's organization. So Kamala Harris consistently refused to prosecute people who were tied into Willie Brown's machine. And she would cover up records of the abuse. And she would claim, we're not interested in selling out our victims to look good in the paper, which was a bold claim coming from Kamala Harris during the 2003 campaign. A woman who was tortured by her boyfriend with a hot iron blasted Kamala Harris for citing her story during a campaign debate. I'm appalled by Kamala Harris referring to my case. Harris is supposedly for victims. She never consulted before using my case. But when it comes to the priest abuse scandal, the opposite was true. Victims groups wanted documents released. Kamala Harris stopped it. They were outraged by her actions. She consistently acted in favor of priest abusers. She consistently acted in favor of abusers who were tied in with Willie Brown's machine. And her actions ran completely contrary to her public image as a fighter for victims, particularly for children.